Hello everyone, welcome back to Clues by Sam. It is Saturday, a beautiful day here where I live, so that's why I'm doing this later in the day. Like I said before, it is finally getting cold and the days are beautiful. The sun is finally nice again, so I just want to be outside and enjoy the nice weather. But right now, I'm gonna play Clues by Sam with you. This is a hard one, and it is April 11th. And if you don't know what Clues by Sam is, it is a daily logic puzzle game where there are 20 people. Each of them must be either a criminal or an innocent, and you gotta use the clues that they themselves give you to help you figure out what each person is. So if you want to play too, there is a link in the description to take you to it, and I'm gonna start mine right now and explain my logic as I go. So let's start. We start with Gabe telling us that exactly 2 of Nicole's 7 criminal neighbors also neighbor Frank. So Nicole and Frank share 2 neighbors, which means that both of them have to be criminals. That's what the clue says. And now we also know that Nicole has only 1 innocent neighbor because 7 of them are criminals. Jason says there is only 1 innocent below Isaac. Where's Isaac? Okay. It could be Nicole, so we don't know anything about that yet. Isaac says that column B is the only column with exactly 4 criminals. So now we know that there's 5 people in column B. And only 1 of them is an innocent, which means that Celia is not an innocent, because if there's 1 innocent below Isaac, then Celia is not below Isaac. She isn't an innocent. But we also know that no other columns have 4 criminals only. So let's see what Celia says. There's an odd number of criminals above Vince. Okay. There could only be 1 criminal above, or 1 innocent above Vince and neighbors Nicole, if there is 1 innocent here. So let's say that Hank is an innocent. That would make Anna a criminal, because we need an odd number of criminals above Vince. But if Hank is a criminal, that will make Anna an innocent. In any of those cases, Vince has to be an innocent because column B is the only column with 4 criminals only. Did I repeat the only? Yeah. Vince has to be an innocent anyway. And we don't know who is the innocent above him. But we know there's only 1. Vince now says there's only 1 innocent above Kira. Kira? How do you... Where is that from? This is very interesting. But now we know that Kira is not the person that is an innocent and is above Vince. Kira now says that Sophia is one of Ryan's 5 criminal neighbors. So Sophia is a criminal and Ryan has 5, which means that he has 3 innocent neighbors. Vince is one of them. Sophia says that only 1 innocent in column A has an innocent directly to the right of them. How is that gonna go? 1 innocent in column A has an innocent to the right of them. We know that neither Hank nor Anna will have an innocent to their right. But they could be innocents. Martin could also be an innocent. But what about Vance? And we know that column B has only 1 innocent, right? So, this is hard. Okay, I had to pause there and I left the game running, so my time is gonna be way off now. But getting back to it, okay, we know there's gonna be an innocent here, right? It could be Ryan. Could it be Ryan actually? Because if Ryan is an innocent, then both Nicole and Wanda are criminals. And then there is no innocent in column A that has an innocent to their right. So no, Ryan couldn't be an innocent. Okay, we know that Nicole and Wanda are opposites now, and we know that Vance and Martin are opposites. Or do we not? No, we it depends on what Nicole or Wanda are. It depends. Because if Nicole is, yeah, it doesn't actually matter. Okay. And a number of instances in row 3, neighbor me. Row 3. Well, we couldn't have 3 people neighbor Ryan in row 3 because that would go way beyond what he has as innocents neighboring him. Because Quita says that Ryan has 3 innocent neighbors. So all 3 of them couldn't be in row 3, which means that only one of them is in row 3. So now we know that Wanda and Xavier are opposites because there is going to be a second innocent neighboring Ryan here in row 5. And we know that there's one innocent here in row 3. The plot thickens. It's getting very complicated here. We don't need Jason's clue anymore. There's not a number of criminals above Vance. We don't need that anymore because it's not really telling us anything. Okay, we know that one innocent in column A is gonna have an innocent to their right, which means that Martin and Vince are both innocents. Because it's the only way for an innocent to have an innocent to their right. Because if Wanda is an innocent, if Wanda is a criminal, sorry, and Nicole is an innocent, but then Martin is a criminal, there's nobody. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I was gonna say that there's nobody who has an innocent to their right. That makes sense. Okay, that I'm right about. But if Wanda is an innocent and Nicole is a criminal, it doesn't matter what Martin is. So no, Martin is not an innocent for sure. Let's not jump the gun. What is it that we know then? Do we know anything about Olga? I don't think Olga can be an innocent because if Olga is an innocent, then both Nicole and Martin are criminals. And that makes Wanda an innocent. Now Vince is the innocent in column A who has an innocent to their right, so that works. If Olga, on the other hand, is a criminal, that makes these 2 opposites, which is fine. Because Nicole being an innocent makes Martin a criminal and Wanda a criminal. Well, that wouldn't work, for sure. Because now there's no innocence in column A with an innocent to their right. And Nicole being a criminal makes Martin. And Wanda innocence, and that works for Vance being an innocent with an innocent to their right. So where do I look next? Sophia is one of Brian's 5 criminal neighbors. Okay. And a number of instances in row 3 neighbor me. One instance in column A has an instance directly to the right of them. And column B is the only column with exactly 4 criminals. I guess when we try to make Olga a criminal and then we make these 2 opposites, we gotta check for how many instances we're gonna have in column B. Because if, in column B, in column C, sorry. Because if Nicole is an innocent, then that makes Martin. Oh, we know that that doesn't work. If Nicole is a criminal, then that makes Martin. And Wanda instance, which makes Xavier a criminal, and now there's no way for column C to have. Well, I guess Frank could be a criminal as well. We don't know about Frank at all. And we don't need Gabe's clue anymore. Ah, look at that. We do need Gabe's clue because it says that Nicole has 1 innocent only, and Nicole shares neighbors with Brian. So let's think about that. If Nicole is an innocent, these two guys have to be criminals and Wanda an innocent, Wanda a criminal, but we just mentioned that Nicole couldn't be an innocent, right? Because that breaks column A, having an innocent with an innocent to the right. So Nicole can never be an innocent. Am I sure about that? Nicole can never be an innocent? Let me try it. Okay, that was weird. That was weird of me not to notice that Nicole couldn't ever be an innocent. But second thing, we know that Nicole has an innocent neighbor here right now, which makes Hank not an innocent because Nicole only has one innocent neighbor, so Hank's a criminal. Now we know that Martin and Anna are opposites. Oh, actually, we know that Vince is the innocent with an innocent to the right in column A, but we also know that Martin and Anna are opposites. Okay. I'm all over the place today. That's crazy. Nicole says that an odd number of innocents on the edges neighbor Isaac. So Isaac's gonna have an innocent neighboring him on the edge here in column A, which means that Frank, the other person left on the edge neighboring him, is not an innocent because that will make 2, which is an even number. And again, not a clue mentioning evens. Xavier says that two people in column D have an innocent directly above them. Oh, we know that Olga is not an innocent because that will make column C have 4 criminals. So Olga is a criminal as well, which makes Martin an innocent and Anna a criminal. So two people in column D have an innocent directly above them. Okay, let's leave that there. And Anna says that only one of the 3 criminals in column D is Frank's neighbor. So there's 3 criminals in column D. And one of them neighbors Frank. Criminals. So that means that Linda has to be a criminal. And we have 2 more to find. But since 2 people in column D have an innocent above them, we need Zara not to be an innocent. Because that will make only 1 criminal in column D have an innocent above them. So Zara is one of the criminals. These 2 are opposites, but now Zara says that 2 people in row 4 have a criminal directly above them. In row 4. So we need a second person in row 4 to have a criminal above them. Oh, no, we do have 2 people in row 4 who have criminals above them, which means that Tina doesn't. So Phil is an innocent, which makes Tina a criminal. Okay. Harder than I thought it was gonna be. But is it because I wasn't paying enough attention? Only 25% have a perfect solve, so I do think it was harder than expected. But it was really good. I like it. I like the way it was set up. Really nice. Thank you, Sam. And I'll leave the video here for today. No stream for today. Sorry, guys. Like I said, gonna enjoy my day. So I'll see you tomorrow for more Clues by Sam and possibly streaming tomorrow. Bye bye.